Good morning, guys. All of you get my voice on screen. Those are attending in online. Right. Yeah, that's fine, guys. And Package what we completed so far in our sessions. And yesterday, just I started our content. The last class, if you observe the content, what I started there, just I've given core Java. I started at core Java introduction part. I given in introduction part. Right, which topics I'm going to cover inside this introduction content? Java history, differences between Java and others, Java features, Java naming conventions, and Java programming format. These are the five topics we are having in introduction part. By the way, guys, all of you have received a mail with the course content, and yesterday some people have asked to me what was the content now. And yesterday, have you received that course content? I think we send a mail to all members. Yeah. So you can check that course content even in the core Java also. The total content I specified up to which one? Up to yeah, right. Then up to Java 14 version we are having in our syllabus. Up to Java 14th version we are having in our syllabus. And as I said to you already, what I said to you, if you that means if in this September, in this year September, Java 15 version is ready to be released. If it is released, still our course is going to be available. Definitely, I'll include that Java 15th version also, not only Java 14th version. What exactly the latest version in our Java stream? That up to that latest versions we are able to understand. Okay, fine. Anyway, now if we observe this content, if we observe the total, uh, like what I'm telling to you, introduction part. Inside this introduction part, so five topics I included: Java history, differences between Java and others, Java features, Java naming conventions, Java programming format. They are the five topics. And in the last class, that means yesterday, I started already Java history. And before starting this Java history, I'd like to give one point to you. Is Java history is not at all important in the point of interviews, and it is not at all important in the point of project development also. Just it is an information about Java programming language, some background story. No interviewer will ask question on it. It is not at all useful in application development. But still, why I'm discussing this topic, at least as you are the Java developer, we should know and how Java was introduced and what are the roots to introduce Java programming language. To clarify, to clarify this particular point only, I started Java history. Otherwise, I don't have any intention to talk about Java history. Come on, guys, observe this clearly. So for that, I started already some few points already, right? So at 1991, all of you observe this clearly. At 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language. That new programming language can be used to prepare simple electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes and the remote controllers and so on. To prepare such type of devices, they required a programming language. As for this particular reason only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. But to prepare this new programming language, Sun Microsystems has gathered 30 members team. The 30 members team led by James Gosling and Patrick Nathan. And this 30 members team has started a separate project to prepare new programming language. For this new programming language, what qualities they want to see mainly and majorly? three qualities they want to see. What are the three qualities they want to see? First one is simple programming language. Second one is tight coded, and the third one is which one? Architectural neutral. Then what would be the simple programming language in the point of Sun Microsystems? No. The point of Sun Microsystems, what would be the simple programming language? Right. If we come for this point, answer is very clear. Simple programming language, in the sense, the programming language has to take less execution time. That programming language has to take less memory consumption. That programming language has to take less of power consumption. These features that programming language has to manage. If any programming language is having these features, then that programming language is treated as treated as simple programming language. But this constants and these parameters and this definition for simple programming language, it's totally in the point of Sun Microsystems. It's totally in the point of Sun Microsystems. What they defined for simple programming language, these factors they included. Then, what is the advantage we are able to get with the less execution time? If our programming language takes less execution time, definitely more performance will come to the end product. If that less execution is going on, performance will be more. If less memory consumption is going on, definitely cost of the end product will be reduced. If memory consumption is more, automatically more memory components will required, automatically more cost will be provided for the end product. So if our programming language takes less memory consumption, less memory units are required. When less memory units are required, automatically cost of the end product will be less. Next one is lesser power consumption. Less power consumption in the sense, so whenever our software is having more interaction with the hardware components, where energy consumption will be more. When energy consumption is more, automatically and maintenance cost of the end product will be more. Why? Because energy consumption is required continuously. Previously, I used to change my battery in my remote controller for every 6 months of time. But because of this more energy consumption, because of this more drain up in battery, the battery lifetime will be reduced. When battery lifetime is reduced, automatically maintenance cost of the product will be increased. So when less power consumption is going on, lesser maintenance cost of the end product will be provided. So this lesser power consumption, even for me also shocked when I see first time in now the total Java document. But it is one of the factor that some people have included regarding this one. Right, sir. So this is like which one can exactly a simple programming language. Then what was the second feature that Sun Microsystems has given? Tight coded programming language. What is the meaning of tight coded programming language, guys? What is the meaning of tight coded programming language? Good. All of you listen carefully. All of you listen carefully. What is the meaning of this tight coded programming language? Observe carefully. Say, for example, guys, I'm asking this question to all of you. Try to answer for it. Do you know C programming language? At least in our academics. Of course, I'm telling to you, it is not mandatory to attend Java classes, but in our academics might be, you may have awareness on C programming language. All of you are having awareness on C programming language. Guys, please give clarity for me. Right, little bit or more, that doesn't matter. Just at least the name C programming language. Right? Yeah, even if you're not aware, no problem. Yeah, just give that information to me. As per that, I will give much clarity. Right, sir. Please, all of you respond for my questions now. Be active. Because if you give response now, then we are able to plan effectively the content. Right, yes. So that's fine. No problem. No problem. Then C programming language, even if you're not having any awareness, just leave this one. I will go for one simple comparison. Right, sir. Now, at the same time, I'm asking one more question. Do you know stacked data structure? Do you know stacked data structure? Stacked data structure. Do you have any awareness on it? Do you have any awareness on it, guys? Once again, no. I'm asking to you. No. Stacked data structure. Not aware. Good, sir. Nothing about it. Even if you're not aware about it, no problem. Just I will explain within 2 minutes of time and try to understand it. Stack is available, sir. Stack is nothing but which one? A data structure, for example. Stack is a data structure. What is the meaning of the stacked data structure now? What is the meaning of this data structure? Stacked data structure. Right. Say, for example, this is stack, for example, data structure. Okay, fine. Guys, one more thing I'm telling to you. If you have any questions or if you have any doubts there, directly questions box is available in our webinar. If we expand that webinar panel, their questions box is available. I think already you are sending messages to me. In that questions box, we can send a question to me now. You can ask question to me time to time. Time to time, I'm seeing your questions. Time to time, I'm able to give answers for you directly. Just type that question there. Just I can see that question and I can give answers to you now. Right? No need to think. No need to have any other thought. No. Just questions box is available in the webinar. If we expand that webinar, then automatically there we can provide your questions. Then I can see that questions. I can give immediate reply for it. Okay. Even whenever I'm asking questions to you, just try to respond for my questions in the same questions box. Then that questions box I open continuously. I used to see that questions box time to time. So definitely we are able to have some awareness. I'm telling to you clearly. Right, sir. Just we can send over questions there. Next one is after that. So this is stack what we provided. This is stack what we provided. Now stack is available like this. Now in the C programming language or Java programming language or maybe C++, the programming language may be anything. The programming language may be anything. I have an element here. I have an element. So this is my element. Maybe string data or maybe int data or whatever it may be. Some element is existed. Understand it clearly now. This is a stack. Okay, fine. Then what I'm able to do, I want to keep this I want to keep this element into stack. So what I will provide here, just I'm going to provide this. So here I will put like which one, this element. We are going to insert this element into the stack. Inserting element into the stack. Right, so this is a stack that we inserted. Internal data structure, I'm telling you, this is very, very fundamental in programming part now. But even though you are not aware, just I'm giving clarity. So element we inserted into the stack. Element we inserted into the stack in the sense that operation is called as which one? Push operation. Push operation. Come on, guys. Now all of you respond for it. No. What is the meaning of push operation? What is the meaning of push operation, guys? Can you please elaborate? No. What is the meaning of push operation? What do you understood? No. In a stack, if we insert any element to the stack, if we insert any element, then moving element into the stack. Exactly. Inserting an element into the stack is called as which one? Push operation. Right, sir. This is my first element I pushed. This is my first element I pushed. Similarly, I have another element, guys. This is element. Another element is available. Right. So this is another element. Okay, fine. Now, similarly, I want to push the second element also. Yes, no problem. Here, accommodation is available. Accommodation is available or not? Accommodation is available or not? Right, sir. Now, okay. Then automatically accommodation is available. Now we are going to push that element into the stack. This is first element already we pushed there. And now here I want to say like which one? Element 1. The element. Now here, this is second element. I push it to the stack now. Now here, this element is existed here. This is second element. Right. So the second element also here we push it to the stack like this. All right. So like this, I'm going to insert a third element also. For example, this is third element. This is second one, and this is third one. Third element also here we are inserting. Not here. Right. So now here I'm going to insert third element also. Just I'm asking one question to all of you. I'm asking one question to all of you guys. Overall, how many elements are inserted inside the stack now? How many elements are inserted inside the stack, guys? Now tell me, all of you know. Right. As of now, 3 elements are inserted. Good. Where is the first element? First element is at the bottom or not? Where is the first element? First element is available at the bottom in the stack or not? Good. Second element is available above the bottom element or not? Third element is available above the second element or not? Okay, good. Now tell me, in this order, we inserted into the stack. Now tell me, all of you tell me, I want to read an element from the stack. Which element I have to read first? Now tell me, which element I have to read first? Come on, guys. Which element I have to read first? Third element or first element? Third element or first element? Yes. If I want to read an element, so first we have to read which element here now? Definitely top element. What is the top of the stack now? Third element. The third element here we are going to be read here now. This is like which one here? Element I am telling to you. So reading an element, reading and removing, reading and removing, read and remove. This operation is nothing but which one here? No, pop operation. This operation is nothing but which one? Pop operation. Here, 3 push operations we performed right now. This is also like which one? Push operation. I want to say this is like which one? 3 element. This is like which one? Second element. And this is like which one? First element. Now here also I want to write like which one? This is like which one? First element. And this is like which one? Second element. And this is like which one? Third element. First, which element we retrieved here now? Third element we retrieved. This is third element. Third element we retrieved. Next one is guys. Now tell me which element I have to pop out now? Which element I have to pop next one? It is possible to pop only second element or not? Now here I'm able to pop the second element, not first element. Second element only here we are able to pop. Now this is nothing but which one? Another pop operation. Now I'm going to be read here. I'm going to read from our stack. Up to this clearly. Now this is second element. Now tell me if you observe that insertion order would be which one? 1, 2, 3. And if you observe that the retrieval operation is like which one? So now tell me no. The retrieval operation is going on like which one? And 3 to 1 or not? The retrieval operation is 3 to 1. Now finally now tell me what it is following now, which algorithm it is following to read all the elements here. It able to follow internally, last in first out operation or not? Last in first out. Element is inserted to the stack last. That element is retrieved as a first one or not? Last in first out. So this data structure is nothing but stack. This data structure is nothing but which one? Stack. This is pop operation and this is pop operation. Now we can observe this clearly. This is pop 1, this is pop 2, and pop 3. Okay guys, good. Just we have to understand it clearly now. Last in first out. Last in first out. Sorry, no, this is element 1, not element 3. Yeah, all of you right. This is element 1. Anyway, this is one data structure. To format the data in this particular fashion, we are able to use which one? The stacked data structure. So now tell me, I'm asking these questions, operations I'm asking you guys. Now tell me, what is push operation? Push operation is nothing but like which one? Inserting element into stack. Right, inserting element into stack. Come on guys, I'm asking you, what is this pop element now? What is this pop operation is which one? Come on guys, what is this pop operation now? Read and remove, read and remove top of the element, top of the stack. Read and remove. Just please remember these two operations are included in pop. What are the two operations? No, read and remove. No, what is the top of the element and remove the top of the element. This is nothing but which one? Pop operation. Similarly, one more operation is existed in the case of the stack. That operation is which one? A peak operation, guys. What is the third operation here? No, peak operation. What is the meaning of this peak operation? No, just the read top of the element. Read top of the element. That's it. Not the remove operation. Not the remove. So remove operation is not available. Just only read what is the top of the element. So this operation is nothing but which one? Peak operation here. What we performed. Sir, are you getting my point or not? What exactly the content here I'm telling to you? Push operation is nothing but which one? Inserting element into stack. Pop operation is nothing but pop and read and remove top of the stack. Peak operation is nothing but which one? Read top of the stack, read top of the element, top of the stack. Just to read top of the stack. That's it. But not remove. Remove operation is not available. Just you have to read top of the stack. That's it. These are the stack operations. This is the data structure, stack data structure, and these are the stack operations here we have to understand. Guys, once again, I'm asking to you, please confirm to me. Please confirm to me. Stack is following which algorithm internally? Is it last in first out or first in first out? Stack is following which algorithm internally? Last in first out or first in first out? Come on, all of you must respond for me now. So stack is following which algorithm actually? Right, algorithm approach is like which one? Last in first out. Right, sir. LIFO. Simply speaking, which one? LIFO. Last in first out. That's perfect. Right, sir. Next one is, how many operations are possible with the stack? How many operations are possible with the stack? What are the various operations which are possible with the stack? Come on, guys. Three operations are possible. What are the three operations now? What are the three operations now? First one is a push. Second one is a pop. Third one is which one? Peak. Can you tell me what is this push? What is this push operation? Can you tell me what is this push operation? Come on, guys. What is this push operation? Inserting element into stack. Insert operation. What is this pop operation? What is this pop operation? What is a pop operation? Come on, guys. You have to respond for my questions. What is pop operation? Read and remove. Read and remove. Read and remove top of the stack. Right, sir. Always we have to read and remove top of the stack only. Right, sir. Good. What is this peak operation? What is the meaning of peak operation? Peak operation meant for which one? Only read top of the stack, but not remove. Only read. Peak operation is which one? Only read, but not like which one can know? Remove operation can know. Just only read top of the element, not remove. Perfect, guys. All of you understood clearly this one. Actually, this is required if I want to go for like which one? Next point here. That's why I given much clarity on it. But of course, all of you are giving right answers perfectly. Right. Now this is like which one is stack introduction. Guys, I will share all these documents to you. Just wait 1 or 2 days of time. I will share that one. Yeah. Peak will read only top of the element only. Peak will not read like which one? Remaining elements. Only top of what is top of the element? I want to know. That's why we have to go for which one? Peak operation. That's clear. Good. Now we understood. Just we understood what is stack. What are the various operations of the stack that we understood. That's perfect. Now leave this, guys. Now come for our point here. What is the point I'm telling to you? For example, I have a stack. I want to implement stack operations in C. Stack operations in C programming language. I want to perform the stack operations in C. Now tell me what I'm telling to you. First one is like which one? Push operation. To perform this push operation, nearly 20 lines of code is required. To perform push operation, 20 lines of code. LOC. LOC in the sense like which one? Not line of control. LOC is like which one here? Lines of code. 20 lines of code we require to perform this push operation in C programming language. Right, that's fine. Next one is, the second one is like which one here? Pop operation. Again, to perform this pop operation, again we require 20 lines of code in a C programming language. Anyway, I'm not going to write any sections, and on average, I'm telling to you, nearly 20 lines of code is required for push operation. Nearly 20 lines of code is required for which one? Pop operation. Similarly, to perform peak operation, again we require 20 lines of code. Come on, guys, now tell me, to implement a stack data structure in the C programming language, total how many number of intersections we required, guys? Now tell me, on an average, how many number of intersections we required? Please confirm to me, all of you know. Right, nearly 60 lines of code is required or not? Nearly 60 lines of code will be required. That we have to remember, guys. That we have to remember. In the case of C programming language, if you want to perform the stack operations, push operation 20 lines of code, pop operation again 20 lines of code, peak operation again 20 lines of code. Overall total, how many lines of code here we are providing here? Nearly 60 lines of code here we are getting. Right, so 60 lines of code here we have to consume. Then only we are able to get our content. That's what we got. That's fine. That's fine. Good. Similarly, I want to perform the stack operations in Java. I want to perform stack operations in Java. Right. How we are able to perform stack operations in the case of Java? Right. So now, same stack operations in Java. Observe carefully. I want to write a small code, not required to understand it. Just I want to write a small code. Right. Observe this clearly. If you want to perform stack operations in Java, first stack is a predefined class in Java. Stack S is equal to new stack. Create stack class object. Right. Stack is a predefined class in Java. Just create an object. S dot push, a predefined function is available. Just we can perform push operation here. Next one is S dot pop. We can perform pop operation. S dot peak. We can perform peak operation. Finish. My stack operations are completed. My stack operations are completed. Now totally, how many lines of code here we are using there? How many lines of code here we are using? Just the 4 lines of code here we provided. Right, sir. Understand my point here? Just it's a rough calculation, sir. Just 20 lines of code, 20 lines of code, 20 lines of code. I've taken not exactly coding, but just an average I'm telling you. Maybe then 4 or 5 lines of code, less or more, that doesn't matter. Understand it, guys? What I'm telling you now. So just this is rough calculation. If you perform this push operation in a C programming language, right from first line to last line, 20 lines of code. If you perform pop operation, again 20 lines of code. Peak operation, again 20 lines of code. Now this operation, this information is related to like which one? An average. I'm taking this one. Exactly, I'm not counting these lines of code. Just for example, understand it. But in the case of Java, if I perform the stack operations, no, stack S is equal to new stack, S dot push of AAA, S dot pop, and S dot peak. How many lines of code is sufficient, sir? How many lines of code is sufficient here in this case? No, just 4 lines of code is sufficient or not? The 4 lines of code is sufficient or not? Exactly, no. See, observe this clearly. Now, finally, I'm asking one question to all of you guys. Now, tell me, in which programming language less number of instructions are taken? In which programming language more number of instructions are taken? Come on, guys, all of you, respond for me now. Respond for my question. Which programming language offers less lines of code? Which programming language offers more lines of code? Right, sir. In a C programming language, more lines of code is required. In the case of Java programming language, less number of instructions are required. That's why here I'm telling you clearly. If any programming language, takes more number of instructions, more number of instructions to represent a particular thing or to implement a particular task, a particular thing, to implement a particular task, then that programming language, that programming language is called as programming language is called as loose coded programming language. That programming language is called as like which one? Loose coded programming language. Right, sir. Similarly, what is the point I'm telling to you? Any programming language, any programming language takes less number of instructions, less number of instructions to implement particular task. If to implement a particular task, if any programming language takes less number of instructions to implement a particular task, then that programming language is called as tight-coded programming language. The programming language is called as which one? Tight-coded programming language. Guys, all of you observe this clearly. So between C and Java, I compared no C programming language and Java programming language. I compared no in the relative comparison. Now you have to decide which programming language is a tight-coded programming language and which programming language is a loose-coded programming language. Please confirm to me, guys. Which programming language is tight-coded programming language? Which programming language is a loose-coded programming language? Now, please confirm to me. No, all of you, please confirm to me. Now, here, Java is a tight-coded programming language or not? Definitely, Java is which one? Tight-coded programming language. But C programming language is which one? Loose-coded programming language. This is final conclusion here we can understand. So if it is loose-coded, more number of instructions we have to write. If it is tight-coded, less number of instructions here we have to write. This terminology is prepared by Sun Microsystems. Because of this reason only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. That new programming language should be tight-coded programming language. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare their new programming language like which one? A tight-coded programming language where less number of instructions must be written by developer. Developer is not required to write more number of instructions. Developers have to write less number of instructions only. In this fashion, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. That's why they are given number is like which one, they are given name is like which one? Tight-coded programming language. Right, sir. Good. Understand my point clearly? What I'm telling you now. When you say instructions, is that something here, something reference to lines of code? But exactly, see, programming knowledge, if you have this, then easily we can identify this. But I'm telling to you, this 20 lines of code, and like push is 20 lines of code, pop is 20 lines of code, peek is 20 lines of code. In general, I've taken this quotation. But exactly, I'm not counted all. Why? Because even I've not written any C program also. But roughly, in general, if 4 or 5 developers are implementing the same thing, if you observe this programming, if you observe these lines of code, here easily we can identify 20 lines like this now. That means, in an average, I'm able to provide that. And 4 or 5 lines of code, less or more, whatever it may be, some 20 lines of code I've given them. Total program, number of instructions in our program is nothing but which one? Lines of code, not more than that. Understand it, what I'm telling to you. As Karthik understood it, what I said to you now. Right, sir, good. And moreover, then if you are having any in general awareness and programming, easily we can understand it, not more than that. Right, yes, now that's okay, fine. Now leave this part here. Then what about this third nature? What Sun Microsystems wants to manage there actually? What was the third one? They want to manage. No, they want to see the third one is like which one? Architectural neutral programming language. Architectural neutral programming language. That they want to see that architectural neutral programming language is. Then what is the meaning of this architectural neutral programming language? What exactly the meaning of it? Right, now a simple question I'm asking to all of you guys. Now try to understand it. No, right? Very simple question. Simple. Just with the common sense is required to answer for my questions now. Right. Now understand it clearly. Not standard format. Now let me explain it. Say for example, listen. All of you listen carefully. For example, I'm taking Java classes now. I'm taking Java classes now. Listen carefully. I'm taking Java classes now. Fine. So if you put any condition to the students, only B.Tech computer science students are allowed to attend my classes. If I said like this, only B.Tech computer science students are eligible to attend my classes. If I said this type of condition for all the students, now tell me, can you tell me how many students will come for my classes now? Less number of students or more number of students? Less number of students or more number of students? Definitely less number of students. Why? Because my very few students are able to get. That means my services are required by less number of people in outside. Why? Because that area of my students will be less. If it is a case, that's one point I'm telling to you guys. Next, I'm asking one more question to you. Now try to answer for it. If I say any graduate can attend my classes, not like B.Tech computer science students. I said to you, any graduate can attend my classes now. Then if I say this point now tell me in this scenario, now tell me how many students are able to attend my sessions now? Less number of students or more number of people? Definitely more number of students are able to follow. Now tell me, more number of students will be more. More number of students will come. That's fine. Good. Anyone can attend. More number of students. Now tell me, in which case my classes are getting more demand in outside? In which case my classes are getting more demand? In the case of less number of students or in the case of more number of students? Or in the case of only B.Tech computer science graduate or in the case of any graduate? In which case my classes are getting more demand? Come on, guys. In the first case or in the second case now? Any graduate, not less number of students. Less number of students in the sense which one? My availability will be only very less. So much demand is not going to be available. When my requirement is available to more number of people, when my need is available to more number of people, then definitely more number of students will come. More demand will come there automatically. So in the case of more number of students only, in the case of any graduate, in the case of more number of students only, just we are able to get like which one? More demand. So that is the point here what I'm telling you. Similarly, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare their new programming language without having any dependency on the hardware system. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare their new programming language without having any dependency on its hardware system. Guys, all of you observe this clearly now. So Sun Microsystems wants to prepare their new programming language without having any dependency on hardware system. It must be available to every hardware system. Or simply speaking, it must be available to every processor. That's it. i3 processor or i5 processor or i7 processor or maybe Intel or maybe some other, whatever it may be, no? So Intel or Pentium or whatever it may be, some other, whatever it may be, but our programming language must execute on all the hardware systems. In that way, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare. So because of that reason, they have taken the feature is like which one here, no? Because of this reason, they have taken the feature is like which one? Architectural neutral programming language. Because of this particular view, they have taken the content is like which one? Architectural neutral programming language. As all of you observe this point or not? The new programming language has to be execute, has to execute its functionalities in all the hardware systems, in all the hardware systems without without having any dependency, without having any dependency. That means without having any incompatibility with any hardware system. By providing compatibility with all the hardware systems, the programming language has to execute its functionalities. In this way, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare their new programming language. Come on, guys, all of you observe this clearly. Why Sun Microsystems has provided the Java programming language and what exactly the features that Sun Microsystems wants to see on their programming languages? No, overall three features that Sun Microsystems wants to see on their new programming language. What are the three features that Sun Microsystems wants to see, guys? First one is like which one? Simple programming language. Second one is which one? Tight coded. And third one is like which one? Architectural neutral. Guys, one question I'm asking to all of you now. Tell me, All of you are getting my voice and screen clearly. All of you are getting my voice and screen clearly. Please respond for me. Right, it's perfect. Perfectly, all of you are getting perfectly voice and screen. That's okay, good. Now tell me what exactly the factors, what exactly the features Sun wants to see on the new programming language, guys. Now tell me, all of you know, what are the features that Sun Microsystems wants to implement on the new programming language? Can you tell me what are the three features? No, what are the three features? No, simple. Just come on, guys. All of you respond for it. Simple, tight-coded, architectural, neutral. Simple, tight-coded, architectural, neutral. That's perfect. Can you tell me? Can you tell me what is a simple? What is a simple? What is a simple? What is the meaning of simple, guys? Now tell me. What is a simple? What is a simple? The simple points. No, less execution time, less memory, and less power. Good, that's fine. What is the meaning of tight-coded? What is the meaning of tight-coded? What is the meaning of tight-coded, guys? Right? What is the meaning of tight-coded? Less number of intersections. Less number of intersections to implement a particular task. Less number of intersections to implement a particular task. That is nothing but like which one, you know, tight-coded programming language. Less number of intersections. That's okay, good. Next one is what is the meaning of architectural neutral? What is the meaning of architectural neutral? What you understood about this architectural neutral? Right, sir. What is the meaning of this architectural neutral? Come on, compatible with all compatible with all the architectures. Compatible with which one? All the architectures. Right, sir. Right, sir. This is what exactly the meaning of like which one, you know, the content here we have telling to you clearly now. Guys, one more thing I said to you already. So this Java history is not at all useful in the point of interviews and not at all useful in the point of like which one applications. No, that means application development also. Just awareness is required. Just basic awareness is required. Answer my point clearly. No? So when basic awareness is required here, so just I need to explain one time. Sir, just Java is a version. Just almost we are discussing this once in the first time, first day only. Might be 1 or 2 days only we are going to have this type of discussion now. But within these days of time, if you are thinking about it, it's a time waste. And if it is more time, what is the requirement now? All these things now, it's up to you what I'm telling to you. But as per my responsibility, if I know the subject and I have to discuss about all these points, but don't control on my subject. Just think about it. And I have a clear-cut picture how to start the content, how to process the content now. Then if you are giving your own direction on my subject now, automatically that whatever the quality I'm trying to maintain, that quality is going to be like lost. We are going to lose it. Understand it what I'm telling you. So the point is like which one? I have a clear-cut direction. Let me follow that clear-cut direction now. If you say discuss this content less time, discuss this content more time in the sense, automatically I may lose my plan. Ultimately, your plan will come into my picture now. Don't control my content. Just I can go for my control. So just leave that option to me how to inject the subject and which topic, how much time I have to put, and for which topic, how much time I have to put, less time. Then everything I will manage it. As I'm teaching the content, I know clearly what I want to discuss there. So don't give such kind of things, information to me. Yes, I can do. I can do as per my level based and where I have to put more time, where I have to put less time, that I will do it. Please try to follow this orientation, Max. Fine, sir. Good. So, right, then after that, after completion of this particular thing, what I'm telling to you, architectural neutral, the content can be understood. Overall, these features can be understood. One more point I'm telling to you, here, indirectly, what I'm telling to you, I said to you, these are not much useful in any point of, but indirectly, few points we understood. What exactly the Java nature we understood here. Here itself, I can give conclusion. Java is a simple programming language. Java is a type-coded programming language. Java is an architectural neutral programming language. Here itself, I can give these conclusions there. They're related with Java one. But nobody will ask questions behalf of like which one Java history. That's the point here. What I'm telling you. Right, sir. Good. Give this content, guys. Then after that, after completion of this particular one, then where we are exactly, still we are at 1991 only, guys. Still we are at 1991 only. The Sun Microsystems wants to do all these things. Still, they did not implement it. They did not started any implementation over it. Just they want to do this kind of things. So still, we are at 1991, right? Please recognize this point. No, 1991, 1991. There is a programming language which is very much famous in outside. That the programming language is Pascal. Pascal programming language. 1991, Pascal is a programming language, which is very much famous. This Pascal programming language was invented by Nicholas Wirth. Nicholas Wirth, he is an inventor of Pascal programming language. Who invented Pascal? Then that was the programming language is very much famous at 1991. All of you have to this clearly now. Good. Then what he has done at 1991, who understood the requirement of Sun Microsystems, and he prepared solution for Sun Microsystems. He prepared solution for which one? Sun Microsystems. Then after that, he went to Sun Microsystems. He has given his solution to Sun Microsystems. He went to James Gosling and he had given his total R&D. What he has done, he has given his work to Sun Microsystems. But unfortunately, what happened there? Sun Microsystems has rejected. Sun Microsystems has rejected Nicholas Wirth implementation. Sun Microsystems has not accepted that requirement. Not accepted that R&D work. Sun Microsystems has rejected that solution from this Nicholas Wirth. Why, sir? Why Sun Microsystems has rejected that Nicholas Wirth implementation? Why Sun Microsystems has rejected that? Answer for that is like which one? What is that answer? No. Nicholas Wirth has prepared his solution by using Pascal programming language. He prepared solution by using Pascal. But what is this Pascal actually? Pascal programming language is which one? Procedure-oriented programming language. Pascal is procedure-oriented programming language. So Nicholas Wirth has rejected this option. Sorry, Nicholas Wirth the solution is rejected by Sun Microsystems. Why? Because that Nicholas Wirth has provided solution by using Pascal, where Pascal is which one? Procedure-oriented programming language. But Sun Microsystems is looking for the solution in object-oriented programming languages. Sun Microsystem is looking for the solution in object orientation. Understand my point here now. Sun Microsystems has wants to provide solution in object orientation, but Nicholas Wirth has provided solution in which one? Procedure orientation. Understand my point, guys? Clearly now. Procedure orientation, one type of programming language, one type of approach. Object orientation is another approach. Sun Microsystem is looking for object orientation solution, but Nicholas Wirth has given a solution in a procedure orientation. That is the reason why Sun Microsystems has rejected Nicholas Wirth solution. Fine, that was completed. Then afterwards, Sun Microsystems has started their own implementation. Sun Microsystems has started their own implementation to prepare this new programming language. Almost they took nearly 2 years of time. Nearly 2 years of time they took to complete the new programming language. Finally, at the end of 1992, Sun Microsystems has completed the new programming language. Right. Sun Microsystems has completed new programming language. They prepared new programming language. At the end of 1992, they completed the new programming language. That's fine. Programming language is ready. Programming language is ready. Now, Sun Microsystems wants to give name to this new programming language. Sun Microsystems wants to give name to new programming language, guys. Then they are searching for a name for the programming language. Understand it clearly, what I'm telling you. So one fine day, what happened? One fine day, James Gosling, he sat at his cabin at Sun Microsystems. He always likes to see one type of tree through his cabin window. When he sat at Sun Microsystems at his cabin, he had one window. The cabin has one window. He always likes to see one type of tree in outside through the cabin window. The name of the tree is which one? Oak. Name of the tree is which one? Oak. Then immediately what James Gosling thought of it? So I like very much about this tree. So oak is the name of this tree. So I want to give this name to the new programming language. So he went to Sun Microsystems and he has shared his opinion to Sun Microsystems. I want to give oak is a name to this new programming language. Like that, he has given that information to Sun Microsystems. Then, but unfortunately, what happened? Sun Microsystems has rejected this proposal from James Gosling. Sun Microsystems has rejected this proposal also from James Gosling. Why? Because what Sun Microsystems has given reason, Oak is already one existing programming language name. Oak is already a programming language which is already existed long time back. It's a programming language is already existed. Its name is Oak. If we give again same name to our new programming language, people may misunderstand about our new language. That what they're misunderstanding about this new language there. That misunderstanding is like which one? Our new programming language may be the extension from old programming language Oak. So because of that reason, we are not supposed to give this name to our new programming language. We are not supposed to give this name to our new programming language. So that's why they're asking about this content. 1 minute, yes. Just wait a minute of time. Right, guys. Just a minute of time. Okay, fine. So now here, what is the point I'm telling you? James Gosling has proposed the name is like which one? Vogue, but Sun Microsystems has rejected that name Vogue. Why? Because Sun Microsystems has given information like which one can know Vogue is already an existing programming language, so we should not give this name to our new programming language. Like this, Sun Microsystems has given its opinion like it. This is a point here we have to understand clearly. Next one is after completion of this particular point, then what is the point I'm telling to you after completion of this? Listen carefully. Understanding this. Fine. Finally, what happened there now? While preparing this new programming language as part of this green project, all the Sun engineers they used to go for their cafeteria. They used to go for their cafeteria, and they used to take a brand label coffee. They used to take a brand label coffee at Sun Microsystems cafeteria. But the name of the coffee is which one? Java. At Sun Microsystems cafeteria, all Sun engineers they used to take one brand labeled coffee while preparing this new programming language. That brand labeled coffee is which one? Java. Java is a brand labeled coffee. All of you have observed this clearly now. So then developers, Sun engineers got this type of idea. Why don't we give this name to our new programming language? They thought like this. And finally, they shared their opinion to Sun Microsystems. And finally, Sun Microsystems has accepted that. And as for this, we are getting name of this new programming language is which one? Java. Understand, guys, what I'm telling you know? So because of this particular reason only, name of the new programming language is which one? Java. That's Java is a name to our new programming language. Why? Because just it is a coffee name. Just it is a coffee name at Sun Microsystems cafeteria. All Sun engineers they used to take this copy while preparing this Java programming language, while preparing the new programming language. Due to this reason, Sun Microsystems wants to give this name to their new programming language. So the name of the programming language is which one? Java. No, that's it. Finally, we had like which one? Java is the name of the programming language. That's okay, good. So Java programming language was created. Then when Java programming language was provided by Sun Microsystems, then immediately Sun Microsystems has prepared the very first product on the basis of this Java programming language. Sun Microsystems has provided the very first product on the basis of this Java programming language. The first product on the basis of Java is which one? Star 7. Star 7 is the name of the product. It's a remote controller. The remote controller. First product was prepared by Sun Microsystems on the basis of Java programming language. Their product name is which one? Star 7. And then they are keeping the Star 7 in selling mode. But unfortunately, what happened? No customer is identified to take the Star 7. Sun Microsystems has waited nearly 2 years of time. Not 2 years of time, nearly 1.5 years of time they waited. Right from beginning of 1993, totally 1993 and up to half of up to half of 1994, Sun Microsystems waited to find a customer for the Star 7. But no customer is identified for the Star 7. Nearly 1.5 year time they waited now. Understand it clearly now. So first product on Java is a failure product. No customer is identified. They checked that piece, they checked that remote controller, and they are not decided to take that particular product. No customer is identified. Even a single customer is also be not identified to take the Star 7 product. So now Sun Microsystems is not happy with the Star 7 and Java programming language. Exactly on that moment, in the mid of 1994, what happened there? In the mid of 1994, there is a boom for www as part of internet. There is a very good boom for this www as part of internet. So there is a very good boom. So people are thinking why much demand is available for this www as part of the internet. Now, what is a key component if you have to this? And people understood the key component inside this www is like which one? Browser. The key component inside this www is which one? Browser. They identified that. Browser is a key component. And browsers are having very good demand. Browsers are having very good demand in outside now. That's observe this clearly. Then after that, what is the point I'm telling to you? Sun Microsystems is thinking about it. And before that, in the mid of 1994, there is a browser which is getting very good demand in outside. There is a browser which is having very good demand in outside. That browser name is which one? Mosaic. Mosaic is a browser. This Mosaic browser was provided by like which one here? Mark Anderson. Who has provided this Mosaic browser? Mark Anderson. Who has implemented this Mosaic browser? So who is this person actually? Mark Anderson. So he is a undergraduate student at Illinois University, Chicago. At Chicago, is an undergraduate student in Illinois University. So who prepared that Mosaic browser as part of his project work? As part of his internship program, who prepared this Mosaic browser at Illinois University. And for the sake of project work, he went to Netscape Communications, and where he did prepare this particular which one? Mosaic browser. And that is the story. That browser is getting much demand in the mid of 1994. Then by seeing this total demand for these browsers at 1994, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare their own browser. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare their own browser on the basis of the Java programming language. Then immediately, Jonathan Payne and Patrick Nathan. Jonathan Payne and Patrick Nathan has taken the responsibility to prepare this new browser. Finally, they started the preparation for new browser. They took nearly 1.5 year of time again. They have taken 1.5 year of time again. At the end of 1995, they prepared a browser. The name of the browser is which one? Hard Java browser. This is not Java programming language. At the end of 1995, that is almost in December month of 1995, then Sun Microsystems has provided a new browser. The name of that new browser is which one? Hard Java browser. This is not Java programming language. This is a browser. 70% of the people in outside, they are mistakenly, they understood Java was introduced in 1995. But Java was not introduced in 1995. At 1995, at the end of the 1995, hard Java browser was introduced. At the end of 1995, hard Java browser was introduced. Please recognize this point now, what I'm telling to you. In 1995, hard Java browser is a browser name, not Java programming language. Then immediately what happened? People are thinking, so why this hard Java browser is coming? It's very good demand in browser and getting very good demand. This is the second product on the base of Java, and it has very good demand in the at the 1995. And people are thinking about this. Then why this browser is getting much demand? What is that internal content? Then finally people came to know there is a new programming language which is available at Sun Microsystems. There is a new programming language which is available at Sun Microsystems. By using that new programming language only, Sun Microsystems has prepared this browser. Then immediately people are thinking, what is that new programming language? That new programming language name is like which one? Java. By the time only people are talking about which one? Java programming language. From this particular point onwards, Java programming language is getting very good demand. Now, in this particular situation, Sun Microsystems wants to release the Java programming language as an official programming language to outside. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare the Java programming language. So as part of this, Sun Microsystems has released the Java programming language with a name like which one? JDK 1.0 exactly on 23rd January January at 1996. January 1996, 23rd. Exact on this particular day, the very first version of Java was launched. The name of this first version is which one? JDK 1.0. JDK 1.0 is the first version of the Java that was provided by Sun Microsystems, 23rd January 1996. Right, sir. Now this is the era was started. In this particular day, that era, Java era was started. Continuously every 3 years of time, every 2 years of time, version by versions are released. JDK 1.1, JDK 1.2, JDK 1.3, JDK 1.4, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. Number of versions are released here. Now, as of now, at present, which version of Java is available with us now? At present, which version of Java is available with us now? Just we can understand it clearly. Java 14th version is existed now. Right, sir. After this, almost all 15 versions of Java are released. 15 versions, right, from 1.0 to 1.14. 1.0 to 1.14, nearly 15 versions are introduced by Java. But the small change in these versions is like which one? When Java, whenever Java, for example, Java 6 version was introduced. So this is up to like which one gets Sun Microsystems only. Then when we come for this, Java 7, almost some subversions of Java 6 also. Java 7 onwards, Java is available with like which one? Oracle Corporation. The total Sun Microsystems has hand over to which one they know? Oracle Corporation. So Java 7 version onwards, officially the Java was managed by Oracle Corporation. Up to Java 6 version, Java was managed by like which one? Sun Microsystems. I think so. I'm telling you exactly not Java 7, no. Java 6.45th updation onwards. Java 6.45th sub version onwards. That Java was available with which one? Oracle Corporation, yes. Right, sir. All of you are getting my point or not? What exactly the points I'm telling you now? So this is the brief story and a basic history about this Java programming language. Not more than that. Again and again, I'm telling you, just at least we should know, as we are going to learn Java programming language, you have to know how it is going and then what we are going to provide. That means how it is going. That means why Java was introduced to the market. What exactly the requirement to come for the Java. So that all these points are covered. Just it's a matter of one day only. And this kind of concepts we will not repeat every time. No, not required to repeat even every time also. Just information point of view, you need to have some awareness at least. At least basic awareness is required. What Sun Microsystems having thought to prepare Java programming language, because of that reason only we provided all this type of points. Otherwise, we don't have any requirement to provide this content, guys. As all of you are getting clarity on these points now. Recognize this. All of you are getting clarity on these points now. Right, sir. Yeah, that's fine, guys. Now this is a story. Right. So what is need to learn data structure and algorithms? Yes, sir. Definitely. Then the programming and everything is going on the basis of algorithmic only. As per this algorithmic only, the programming and everything is going on. Definitely, we require that. It's not like in a simple words. We are able to explain that. See, for example, every program is as per like which one some flowcharts. The flowcharts are basis for which one algorithms. If you want to go for time complexities or if you want to go for space complexities, definitely we have to apply like which one algorithms. Moreover, if you want to manage the data in a particular format, in a separate format, definitely we require which one? Data structures awareness. If without having data structures awareness, then we are unable to keep the data inside our programming language. Definitely every programming language must use which one they know? Data structures. That's a good. So the data structures algorithms is a separate topic actually, but they are going to be implemented in programming languages. The data structure and algorithms are like which one? As a theory, some proposals or whatever it may be, and they are going to be implemented in all programming languages. You may see data structures with the C. You may see data structures with the C++. Similarly, you may see data structures with the Java. In the case of Java, almost all the data structures are predefined. In the case of Java, almost all data structures are predefined. Stack we can see that predefined class, and queue we are able to see that predefined class, and linked list we are able to see predefined class. All are predefined classes now. So we are going to work with them definitely inside this Java. Yeah, that was the answer, sir. Okay, guys, now this is the content today, and shall we meet on tomorrow? Shall we go for? Shall we meet on tomorrow? Then in the introduction part, which class we completed there? In the introduction topic, which topic I completed? Java history. The topic I completed, sir. All right. So already started, sir. Now introduction part I have taken, and tomorrow onwards we are going to talk about which one differences between Java and others. People are asking to me, I joined class today. When did you started the classes? Just yesterday onwards. And today, of course, we can think of it. Today class is a first class max. Right, sir. Yesterday onwards, our syllabus has started now. Yeah, definitely. Then you are going to have Java history also in our notes is there. Definitely. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 8 to 9 batch I will start within few days of time, not immediately. Not immediately, guys. Then within few days of time we'll start. Why? Because at least we need to complete a little bit basics in Java. Then after that we'll plan for it 8 to 9 o'clock classes, not immediately. Now, as of now, just I'm going to take like which one 7 to 8 few days of time. Once a few days of time is completed, then I will start 8 to 9 also. At 8 to 9, some other topics we are going to be planned parallelly. Not advanced Java immediately. I'm planning to start 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 8 to 9. Like which one Oracle or maybe UI technologies, this kind of independent courses we are going to start at 8 to 9. 7 to 9 max we are going to discuss now. Then in the future, 8 to 9 also we will start. Not for core Java students. That means 7 to 9. Your core Java students timing is only 7 to 9. And those who are coming for basic packages, those who are coming for like which one? Complete package, no. For them, we will start the session at 8 to 9. Please remember this point. Anyway, then I'll give the time to time conclusion, time to time information to you. No need to worry much about it. I'll give the complete information to you know when I'm going to take the sessions on 8 to 9, I'll give the clarity. But as of now, immediately the 7 to 8 classes, then here in the 7 to 8 core Java is going on now. Please recognize this. Those already joined for packages now, I'll give that intimation officially. 8 to 9 I'll plan for which one? Some other independent topics. That's it. Good. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Dinkar. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Thank you, Rajesh. Thanks a lot. Okay, guys, and shall we meet on tomorrow? Then tomorrow we'll start a new topic. Then differences between Java and other programming languages. Yes, here we're able to have some other content. Thank you, Karthik Verma. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Fine, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Then we'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock we'll meet. Thank you. Keshav Narayan. Fine. Yeah, Shiv Prasad. Thank you. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to close the session and tomorrow we'll meet for it. Thanks a lot.